The dollar in Canada, if you want to use CBC, the type of digital cash, you can. That job would be done by the Federal Reserve, which would also back and control it, and the US government would fully back it. Instead of using the present payment methods, this could be used instead, and it would have benefits like quick payment settlement, the ability to help more people get access to money, and a way to make trades across countries. Over 130 countries are looking into the idea of setting up their own digital coins and bills that the government backs up. China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, and India have already started the first steps of their tests. It's possible that a test with a digital euro could start as early as 2028. Even though more and more details about digital currency are coming out, the United States is still a long way behind. These words belong to the Congress of the United States of America right now. It is very clear in the United States that the Congress of the United States has given its permission for XRP to be used. This isn't just for banks and investment businesses. Anyone can have it. XRP can be used for deals both inside and outside of the United States. This idea is best shown by the Federal Reserve of the United States. Should you know this? Congress in the US is aware of how things are changing around the world. Some of the countries that Ripple is helping are Brazil, India, China, and others. They are setting up their own digital currencies that will be released by their own governments, their own central banks. The US doesn't want to be behind on this change. Also, do you know what company they're working with? Swirl. You're right. Good to see you again. This is the same place where you can learn everything about XRP. In the same way that the BRICS countries work together, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa have made a digital currency that all 5 countries can use. A path like this is being taken over by the US. Allow me to show you a movie that shows how Ripple and the Federal Reserve of the United States talked about CBDCs all the way back in 2015. Even though Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission are in a public fight right now, this history makes it clear that the US and Ripple have been working together behind the scenes. Because of this partnership, there was a good chance that Ripple would win the SEC case. Still fresh in your mind how Ripple was able to convince the Federal Reserve to let you pay with the FedNAB method. The Federal Reserve did not give Ripple direct credit at the time that the method was made public. In any case, there are signs that they did. There have been talks between the Federal Reserve and a blockchain startup about working together. This could make it easier and faster to make payments, with transactions taking only 3 to 5 seconds to finish. It's been a while since Gary Gensler talked about what the Federal Reserve of the United States could do with Ripple. Gensler had faith in the Federal Reserve even before he was chosen president. The Federal Reserve had already added XRP and Ripple to their payment system for both domestic and international transactions. Gensler still had faith in the Federal Reserve. At this point in time, the SEC was taking civil action against Ripple. Let's talk about things that are happening now, shall we? It is now possible for Riverbank to use the FedNet transaction network. The app is called Riplet. As a result, the FedNet payment, in order to meet its liquidity needs for deals that start in other countries, the system is ready to use XRP. Because of this, we can expect XRP's value to rise as its uses and benefits grow. If you own XRP and are watching this, this is news that will help your stock. The fact that XRP is now used in regular banking systems is more than just a sign of how useful the coin could be in the future. This is proof of how quickly the world of foreign business is changes as traditional banks learn more about how quickly, efficiently, and cheaply blockchain technologies like Ripple's can be used. We are seeing a shift in the way things are thought about. There is also a lot more going on than just Gary Gensler's unwavering backing and the work that financial institutions like Riverbank had already done. As more companies learn about and use XRP and other similar technologies, they will have an effect on the whole financial sector. But before I go any further, I want to share some great news with you. I can work out a deal for XRP. To join the group, just do these 3 easy things. Thanks for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, turn on alerts, and share it with your friends and family. In the event that we pick the lucky winner, I will make sure that these steps are taken. We hope everything goes well for everyone. As soon as we reach our goal, we'll let everyone know who won. Let's go back to the subject at hand before we move on, how much XRP is worth and how important the system is becoming. It has been talked about that the Federal Reserve of the United States is interested in it and that most people in the US want to use it. In contrast, people in countries other than the US are starting to see how useful XRP could be to them. A lot of countries like the BRICS nations and even the EU with its digital euro project are looking into what it could mean for the future. These are the films we made about these topics. They go into more detail about how XRP is being used in the digital euro project in Europe and the CBDC in the BRICS countries. To repeat our main point, the US isn't just interested in XRP as a possible CBDC, as we talked about in a different video. They also want to use it to speed up trade between countries. This is true for all banking transactions, not just CBDCs. It doesn't matter if they happen in the United States or another country. Let's start with think about what this means for the future value of XRP. The value of XRP will change as more people use it, especially big banking institutions like the Federal Reserve in the US. Overall, a coin's value depends a lot on how many different ways it can be used. A digital asset like XRP is added to big financial systems. The benefits it brings to transactions are not the only thing that stands out right away. No. Another thing to think about is the trust, and over time it builds up your confidence around the world. The banking system is changing very quickly. People want to be able to quickly and cheaply send money across foreign borders, especially since digital transactions are becoming more common. When talking about this, cryptocurrencies, especially ones that have been used before, like XRP, are very important. It's possible that the support of important countries and financial organizations will give XRP the push it needs to become its own thing. The time we are in now is very important. Good for both businesses and fans. With all of its support and links, XRP is currently moving in a way that suggests it will have a bright future. But it's important to stay up to date, just like with any other kind of business. You should keep a close eye on how things are changing and make decisions after doing a lot of study. Is it possible that XRP will hit $10,000, 0 cents? In the field of cryptography, this question has been getting a lot of attention. We'll get to it soon, very soon. It is important to keep in mind that multinational companies, especially those based in North America, are becoming more interested in the XRP ledger. A lot of people say that XRP is the best cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency market is growing quickly, and now you can buy digital currencies in more than 130 countries. What do you think about how much XRP might be worth? The dollar in Canada. If you want to use CBC, a type of digital cash, you can. That job would be done by the Federal Reserve, which would also back and control it. And the US government would fully back it instead of using the present payment methods. This could be used instead, and it would have benefits like quick payment settlement, the ability to help more people get access to money, and a way to make trades across countries. Over 130 countries are looking into the idea of setting up their own digital